Hey y'all, it's Danielle. Welcome back to another cleaning motivational video. Today's video is such a good clean. So, when you take the kids to school and you're like rushing out of the house in the morning, this is what my house was left with post school drop off. So the kitchen was in much need of a nice clean, and I also reorganized the pantry, did some laundry, and put away some groceries. So let's get into it. All right, so if you've watched any of my videos before, you know I typically like to start with some sort of laundry. So I emptied out the dryer, and then I got the washing machine loaded with my boys' bedding so that I can get that washed first thing in the morning and it can be dry before I leave to go pick them up from school. Ideally, I would love to have the kitchen put away and somewhat organized before I leave to take the kids to school, but 9 times out of 10, it doesn't happen. So I usually take the time once I get back from dropping them all off to just knock it all out. Sometimes it takes me 30 minutes, sometimes it takes me an hour, sometimes longer, depending on the mess. But I definitely like to get to it as soon as I get home, because if I don't, it just lingers on throughout the day. Once I got the countertops cleared off, it was time to take care of the dishes. I loaded some in the dishwasher first, and then I had a few other dishes that I wanted to wash by hand, but the sink was kind of gross, so I decided to clean the sink first and then hand wash the dishes so that it's kind of a nice clean slate and I'm not cleaning dishes inside of a dirty sink. Just curious, how often do you all clean your kitchen sinks? Do you do it every single day? Do you do it once a week, a couple times a week? Or is it kind of circumstantial? Like, do you only clean it after handling raw meat? Let me know in the comments when and how frequently you clean your kitchen sinks. Now that the sinks are clean, it's time to load up the sink with some dishes that I want to hand wash and get those dishes taken care of. One thing I noticed when trying to put away all the things that were on the countertop and put it inside of the drawers was that we're kind of running out of space. So a couple days after this, me and my husband actually decluttered a little bit in the kitchen, got rid of some duplicate utensils and pots and pans that were kind of broken or janky. And honestly, it's been a game changer since decluttering, because it's just, I don't know, it's something about having more space, not to fill it up with more things, but so you can see everything that you have. It is such a game changer. So highly recommend just doing a spontaneous, like nothing too serious. It doesn't have to take too long. Just take 30 minutes to get rid of some items that you just don't use anymore or don't need. Finally getting around to getting all the dishes washed. These dishes just lingered for so long because I got distracted and I was trying to clear off the countertops, and then I had to eat some lunch, but nevertheless, the dishes are getting taken care of now. Cleaning the stovetop is honestly one of the most rewarding cleaning tasks in the sink, in my opinion. It's just nothing like it. Like, you get a good scrub, it gets nice and sparkly and clean, and it's a game changer. It really is a game changer. When the stovetop is dirty, it just makes everything feel gross in the kitchen, in my opinion. The microwave was well overdue for a wipe down, and so I gave that a good wipe, especially the handles and getting on the top of the microwave to get that grease off. It was so gross. And I also decided to wipe down the refrigerator handles, which honestly I should do a lot more often, especially with the seasons changing and fall and winter approaching. Just being mindful that we touch these handles all day, every day, and there's 6 people in this house, and really wiping those areas like the light switches, the handles of everything is going to be so important to just keep germs at bay. Now that the kitchen is sparkly clean, I wanted to move on to the pantry and the laundry area just to clean that out a little bit and reorganize it because it was getting a little out of control. I did go grocery shopping as well right after I dropped the kids off at school, so I had a lot of bulk items because we shop at Costco to put away, and so it was a little bit of a Tetris game trying to get everything in its place, but I threw away some old items and just rearranged some things and eventually got everything to fit perfectly. If you made it this far in the video, I so appreciate you, and I hope you did enjoy this clean for today. Also, by the way, try to ignore the blue tape on the walls. I am in the process of trying to figure out what to put on the walls. We have lived here for a little over 7 months, trying to figure out where do I want to put picture frames and what color paint and things like that. And so try to ignore that little detail if you see that in the video. Obviously I pointed out now, so of course you're going to see it, but nevertheless, I hope you have enjoyed this cleaning video, and I will see you all on the next one.